Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, this back to basics. We're going to chant 64 rounds together, just to make sure we're chanting our rounds nicely. No, we're not going to chant 64 rounds. However, got to say, Mayeshwari Devi Rasi and Gangalila Didi, Seva Rupa, and Ishta Devika and your children. We missed you all so much. And what did you say about Bhima Krishna just now? More handsome in real life. What was it?
More pure in person.
Pure. How to spell?
P-U-R-E.
Oh, pure. Bhima Krishna, more pure in person. I think it's a compliment, but anyhow, everything is, I know it's a compliment. It's coming from the devotee.
He's the best.
Anyway, look, we're recording. We've got to be very good. And we are very good. I mean, not I, but the devotees are good. And I have to say, we've had a guest here with us, and they were so happy. They said, actually, I've come, and it's like the first time in my life I've been around people who are not criticizing others. But everywhere, some like this is going on, that's going on, talking about this, talking about that. And we took that as a bit of a compliment, but that's what everywhere should be. It should not be the exception. It should be the rule amongst all the family of, especially the devotees. But anyway, very sweet. So we are trying our best, and when we are with pure souls like Bhima Krishna Prabhu, then we all get helped along the way. This is Krishna Priya's verdict, so you have to accept. Anyway, good to see you all. Seva Rupa Didi early in the morning, Mayeshwari Didi in the evening, Gangalila also afternoon, evening. And Sri Govinda Farm, this is here with a flower, but actually it's epitomized by green rice fields. Very, very green area and a few flowers. All right, 7 p.m. in California. Yes, yeah, 7 p.m. All right, and in America, don't forget your clocks go back on Sunday at whatever time it is. Crazy system, don't blame me. I'm only the messenger, especially when it's different dates and different places. Okay, anyway, let us begin. This is back to basics, and we may be joined by more. Every day is a festival, and they're pretty much having a festival. We had to bring ourselves away from the devotees over here. And we've got 3 devotees going today. 2 devotees came and 3 are going. Tunga Vidya is going today. Veera Chandravu from the United States, he's going today. And Jason from also Wisconsin, no? Somewhere remote, like Wisconsin. I'm not sure exactly where. But Jason is heading back to America. You see, coming and going. But we got 2 devotees plus. 3 plus. Okay, we're losing 3 and we got 3. So yesterday evening was quite a full program. This morning, beautiful program. And who are the 3 plus? Abhinavasunda, Prabhu, Kelly Kadamba, and Ella from Latvia, who's been steady participant in the Latvian Zooms and in the Latvian retreats and programs. And she was traveling through Thailand, and when she heard that we are here, she called to Paramananda and said, oh, can I come? So we're gaining 3, but unhappy to be losing 3. But this is the way, as we all know, coming together, coming and going, but staying together by heart and association means service association. You must keep that in mind. Okay, so let us begin with our Vandanam, some auspicious beginning. So we can say here, but keep your microphones off, yes. Bande ham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitanscha Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gauratvijay Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, dear devotees, really, our obeisances to you and appreciation for your presence. And Gangalila, so I'm just quickly looking in the chat box. Gangalila sending her obeisances to her, and Mayashri. If he is near Wisconsin, we should meet up. Where is he from?
No idea.
I think it begins with W or M. One is the upside. Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Is that near Wisconsin?
It's right across the big lake where we live on Lake Michigan, and Michigan is directly across the lake from Wisconsin, but we can go down through Chicago and up the other side. So yes, Dandavats.
Seen him, Jason, you've seen him on some of the Zooms, these back-to-back to basics and some other Zooms. And so we've seen him on the Zoom, and then we met him in person. And really, it's like meeting somebody we know. I mean, we know everybody on the Zoom, and then we meet them in person. All right, so dear devotees, we just checked the chat box, and you read last night from the treasure chest.
No,
Oh, Keshwaranda, right, from Keshwaranda. Okay. Last night, myself and Paramananda had a little duty, so we were just outside the temple room where they're doing the evening, where we are doing the evening program. But we had some duty together, Paramananda and myself, but we could hear what was happening right next, right there with the doors open in the temple room. And they were having a very enthusiastic reading, and I was going to ask, please let us catch up with the reading, because we felt like we missed out by not being there at that program. But they're reading from the Devotional Treasure Chest, which really is a very straightforward telling us what is what. If something is bad, Guru Maharaj telling it's bad. He's not, they say, sugar-coating, not giving us something sugar-coated. He's telling us the truth. And the truth, really, it is important. And I'm very indebted to everybody who told me the truth when we came to Krishna consciousness. And then as the journey of Krishna consciousness continues, that those who told the truth and not like hiding something or pretending something. And we have that similar duty to others, to be truthful. And the three things are actually to be honest, be beneficial for others, and pleasing to hear. But it is pleasing to hear the truth when it is the truth about discriminating between mundane and spiritual. The truth about our journey home, rather than allowing ourselves some percentage of keeping our addiction. I'm frozen.
No.
With my new internet.
Okay.
Were we frozen? You missed.
Oh no.
This is with new internet by the grace of Krishna.
Maharaj, I think it cut off at addiction. I think you were going to say addiction possibly, but that's where it cut off.
Okay. And then what else was I going to say, Bhima Krishna? Anyway, okay, so we must cure ourselves of this addiction that we can be successful, we can get nourishment and joy from this world. There's somewhere I can do, somewhere I can be, where I will be happy, I will be this. And something I can do, if I have this, I will be happy in this world. It's like an addiction. So Guru Maharaj tells us as it is, I mean, very straightforwardly. When you're cured from this addiction, you will see that everything is there much more than we could ever imagine also. Guru Maharaj says, how far can our imagination stretch? We're like a little pea, and we're trying to imagine the origin of the universes, and we are pea or a little ant. It's kind of, okay, we can imagine. We can go and take some drugs, do whatever it is that the people advocate. Oh no, this will expand your mind. But what's going to happen? That we're just keeping ourselves in the illusory world with some idea here. So when we follow the prescribed method, we take the medicine and follow the method of taking the medicine. And when we pointed out clearly how to discriminate matter from spirit, how to discriminate the temporary from the eternal, how to discriminate the modes of nature, which includes the mode of goodness, the modes of nature from nirgun, the plane which is beyond the modes of nature. Then we need help to discriminate these things. So yesterday's reading was something along these lines, because we got a few phrases now and again. We could hear a few phrases, and then we could hear all the devotees like very much amazed at what Guru Maharaj was saying. And we were reflecting how, yes, to be told the truth without sugarcoating has its value. And we are grateful to those who've told us the truth in the past. And by knowing the truth, then we are able to discriminate and make our own decisions. But if we are just being given, oh, it's okay to do this and this, and just chant Hare Krishna. Okay, it's all right to get started to add Krishna consciousness. But we know that Guru Maharaj, Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, all, they're teaching us pure devotional service. Coming back to purity again, but pure devotional service. And that is the nature of the residents of Goloka Vrindavan. So they're not trying to deny us anything. They're just, well, maybe trying to deny us the whiskey and the other things, the addiction things of this world. And those who are addicted in this world, if they're a little sensible, after some time, they think, oh, I got to get out of this addiction. Whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, whether it's tobacco, but addiction of the material world itself is the main addiction that has to be broken. And so with the help of those who are also on the journey to being cured, we will go forwards, and especially with the help of those pure souls who've come from the upper world to this world, to cure us, to give us the method, to give us the exercise we have to do, to give us everything, all the tips and all the tricks of how to be good at being a devotee. When you're a sportsman, they're always getting tips and tricks for how to be a good sportsman, how to be the best. So we must try to pick up the good things and learn what things to leave aside. And with Srila Guru Maharaj, with Srila Gurudev, with Srila Prabhupada, like telling us as it is what is our spiritual journey and what is good and what is bad, with that very helpful direct advice, then we are given the opportunity ourselves to discriminate on what do we want. And this morning's reading was Srila Gurudev from Revealed Truth, telling how Srila Prabhupada explained to Gurudev, when Gurudev is saying, oh, every day I'm going out to distribute what? Back to Godhead magazine in Calcutta. Srila Prabhupada himself distributed, but the first other person to distribute Back to Godhead magazine was Srila Govinda Maharaj. But when he's going out to distribute the books and to preach and to collect, then the Kali worshippers in Calcutta, there are a lot of people who worship Kali, because it's understood that she can give you temporary, various, material opulences. But Gurudev said, well, I try to preach to them. Sometimes they want to beat me. And then he'd come back to 7 Sita Kanta Banerjee Lane, which is where Srila Prabhupada, he was an either 8 or 6. Anyway, he was next door, and 7 Sita Kanta Banerjee Lane is where, as Gurudev said, the first branch of Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math was there in Srila Prabhupada's, above his laboratory, next to his house. So he'd come back, and Srila Prabhupada would then explain to him, to Gurudev, but Gurudev said in a joking way, he gave some example. He said, you can explain to them that all paths are not the same. You are saying, oh, you worship Kali, but we are saying, worship Krishna, and you'll get such a beautiful result. But then they are wanting to beat Gurudev. Oh dear. Because, it's very, what you brought up with your very kind of, oh, this is the way, no, we worship Mother Kali. And then Srila Prabhupada said, so you can tell them that, that according to our worship, we go to that destination. One who worships the demigods goes to the demigods. And Krishna saying in Gita, and one who worships me, Krishna comes to me. And so in Gurudev's transcendental humor way, he relates Srila Prabhupada's, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's transcendental humor of saying, so you have a choice. Next time they challenge you, you tell them, yes, you have a choice. You can worship Mother Kali, but if you worship her properly and please her properly, you will go to her place where she lives. This is told, Krishna says in Gita, and we understand it. Who we worship, if we do properly, we will go to their plane when we leave this world. And so, where does Mother Kali live? Where does Kali, Devi, the goddess Kali, live? She lives in the cremation ground. She lives in the place where the dead bodies. And what does she eat? She eats the flesh of her devotees also. She eats the flesh of those who have been serving her. She attracts, they come all very submissively to serve her, and then cut off their heads. And she wears a garland. If you see the pictures from India, photographs, no, paintings in India of Mother Kali, she's wearing a garland of skulls, not of beautiful flowers. And so if you serve her nicely and you get drawn to her, everything, she'll be pleased with you. She'll then, you can then go to the cremation ground. She'll eat your flesh, and thirsty, drink your blood, and then cut off your skull to decorate nicely her garland. So you can have that destination, or you can come and worship Krishna. And where does Krishna live? In the beautiful forests, beautiful gardens, beautiful villages, surrounded by beautiful ladies, all happily going on, and beautiful prasadam. What are the beautiful things that Gurudev said?
Ladus.
Oh, he listed, yes. And with Krishna, so many ladus and sandesh, rasgulla, all these things. And I mean, then everyone started to take note. Our devotees started to take note. Oh, yeah, I should really worship Krishna. Now I understand why I should worship Krishna. Anyway, And so if you worship Krishna, this is the future. You'll come to such a plane. So you have the choice. Which do you want? You choose. That's all right. But we're explaining to you. Now you have the choice. So anyway, Gurudev then, he at least twice when he was saying this, the Srila Prabhupada jokingly told me this and said I should say this to them. But we see the substance behind that. So anyway, as it is, we want to know the truth and not just sugarcoating. Anyway, we've got lots of devotees here, and here is Veera Chandru, whose name we mentioned. Who's sitting behind Veera Chandru? Oh, Kali Kadamba, whose name we mentioned. So these are famous people who are arriving. And Krishna Priyadari, whose name we did not yet mention. And right behind me, Aparajita, whose name we did not mention. And the devotees are coming so quietly. Here's Paramananda Prabhu. I'm looking like a rear view mirror. You can see them all. I'm looking in the rear view mirror. Paramananda Prabhu is here. And Leela Moy Prabhu. We already met him, you know him. So we mentioned you two because Veera Chandru is going to, here's Veera Chandru. He's going today, but Kali Kadamba came yesterday. So devotees coming in.
I'll probably be back tomorrow.
Probably be back tomorrow. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. But you can show your T-shirt to everybody.
Yeah. See.
There you are. Chamatkara, chamatkara, stupefacente. And, Gayatri Muralista, Kirtana Danang Radha Prandimahi, Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Maharaj, Vila Govinda, established 2003. There you are. So being faithful to Vila Govinda, Jai, while here in Govinda Farm. So the entrance fee for attending the Bhakti, back to basics here today, the entrance fee to sit live with you is that they all have something in their pocket to pull out of their pocket and read and say, So let's start with Veera Chandra Prabhu because he's right beside me. And I didn't bring the microphones, so whoever speaks is going to have to be near the computer, relatively speaking.
I speak loudly.
You do, yes, good.
But only when you're around, Maharaj.
Okay, because I'm always telling devotees,
Yeah.
speak loudly. We're here to communicate. Yes.
I don't know what the topic is or
Back
anything.
to basics, and you're going today, so you can say something to keep our foundation strong.
This is a very, very important subject. I think for me, I like this, how to say, a reminder. I told you about it the other day, Maharaj. It was this, on the temple, it's like a Shravana.
Bhakti Siddhanta Shravan Sadan.
Sadan.
Bhakti Siddhanta Shravan Sadan on the front of the Nat Mandir in Navadip.
Of the Nat Mandir, yeah. So for me, that's also, it's in relation to the kind of the conception of like keeping these holy pastimes of the Lord, and we are also kind of helping support that through the Harinam and Mahaprabhu's movement, and not trying to pretend that we are in that, but having some connection to the holy name. And all of these things are really connected for me, but that really the basics of my spiritual life is listening. And it's so sad I have such small ears, but I feel that for me, listening to Gurudev lectures more regularly is my kind of, when I feel at peace, basically, with my spiritual life. And for others, it's different things too. Like, and the things that I am working on, I can say like more, like I have challenges with. which I know is also very important, is your own personal sadhana. So if that is staying somewhere in like whatever your sacred space and listening to Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, or with devotees, because I'm too external, like I am too like sociable, and I forget to do my own things that I need to do in my spiritual practice. So maybe others can relate with that, or not relate with that, because they're just alone in, I don't know, Siberia, just trying their best to like, and they're really like hungry for the association with devotees. But I'm always in festivals, it seems like that's my spiritual life. But last year and a half that I have been more or less not in the festival circuits of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, or traveling so much, then I really felt that there was this necessity to listen to Gurudev, and that, you know, then you kind of transported to his veranda, wherever he is, you know, Vila Govinda, or London and Green Street, or, you know, so many places he traveled. And then you hearing the devotees asking questions, and you hearing Gurudev's way of reciprocating with each one of those wonderful shelters of the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. So yeah, listening, that's my thing. I mean, I'm also really, I can talk a lot too, but I usually need like tea and the right company for that. So
Oh dear.
yeah, it's bad.
Confessions.
Confessions.
Open and honest, as it is.
I'm sorry, I always like talk too much personal things, but anyways, I think that answers the question, Maharaj. I hope so.
Okay, and we heard, I mean, talking about listening, we heard and saw the other day, and some of you were with us in, well, Bhima Krishna was here in person, but some of you were with us, I think, in the shared programs that were taking place during the festival. But we saw the initiation of Sita Devi. Were you here that day? And a video of Sita Devi Rasi's initiation. But just near the end of that, Srila Gurudev says directly, without sadhana, we will not get anything. So we are in the process of sadhana. We cannot pretend, oh, now I'm in love with Krishna, I don't need anything else. So, you know, we're hearing these things all the time. And so the hearing, and the more we hear it, the more we can actually think, yes, without sadhana, you cannot get anything. So we must try with our sadhana. And Gurudev knows we are all imperfect, but he wants to see that we try, that we are sincere. I mean, really, we want to do the things right and properly. And so anyway, here, some first-hand kind of reflection on the theme too.
And I just want one more confession.
Sure.
Sorry.
Oh, well,
Is that-
I'm not sure. What
Yeah,
is it?
wait,
Let
no,
me know first.
This morning, I finally got up for, you know, before the sun rose, basically.
Yeah.
And I feel that was a really, you know, even if it wasn't so long, just even that little bit of time before Mangalarti, and just centering yourself with, you know, the holy name. And yeah, that was really special. And Maharaj reminded me of that during the festival time, but I was always like, you know, you saw me, and everyone saw me getting there.
Well, we were happy to see you this morning before Mangalati. Yeah. And what a beautiful morning. And you cannot get it back. That's the other thing. You can't think, oh, I'll see the sunrise later today. And the birds, when Bhima Krishna was here, the birds, they woke up at 5:43, pretty much exactly each morning. Now they're waking up at 5:57. Just 3 minutes before the Mangalati begins. So then the birds are waking up, the nature's waking up, and the sky is, because the days are getting, we're in the northern hemisphere, so the days are getting gently shorter as we go through. Okay, so we've just got a microphone, so that means even those far away, and we'd like to hear from Kelly, because Kelly, she just came, so she was here for the festival. She's been with the devotees and getting nourished with the devotees, and so she just popped back in. And so we've not heard from her for several days. So we've had her singing. Can somebody undo this, please? We've had her singing and Abhinava Sundar Prabhu singing. But let's hear a few words of advice from her on the theme of back to basics. But 1 second. Oh no, this is on. Oh, I hope there's some battery. Please give me the thumbs up. Where's the other microphone? One microphone. Please give me the thumbs up if that you get the sound still okay. One moment. Hare Krishna. Built-in microphone. Oh no. Audio. Okay. Oh yes, you can hear me. Yes. Thumbs up. Okay, so you'll be able to hear Kelly. If you clip it on, you probably have it clipped on. So here's Kelly. Kelly Kadamba. Devi Dasi.
Dandavats, beautiful devotees. I don't have any advice. Yeah, I was just after the festival, took a few days and spent some time with a couple of groups of devotees. And because sometimes even though in the festival we have 10 days, it goes very fast and it's hard to kind of catch up with everyone. And sometimes during the year we're planning things and waiting until we're face to face to talk about certain things, and then the festival comes and goes and it doesn't happen. So anyways, just had some very nice time with very close God family. But it's very nice to be back here at the farm today. And I was thinking this one, because of course when we're with the devotees, we're always alone talking, remembering stories about Srila Gurudev and so many pastimes and hearing things that we've never heard before, swapping stories. And when we're away from the temple, then of course our sadhana continues, but we don't have the deity form of the Lord in front of us. And so trying to remember to see the Lord everywhere in all circumstances. And last night coming back here and then joining the Aarti, it was really nice to be like, oh, here we are, like having the chance to actually worship or try to worship the Lord together in his form. I mean, it's so amazing. And then this morning we were sitting in the sky shala, and then Ram Sundar Prabhu brought Giriraj on his head. And I was thinking how sweet it is that the Lord actually allows, like we have his form that we can try to worship, but then he's also so personal with us that he's allowing, you know, his devotees to actually carry him on his head and in the dark, and then put him somewhere cute where the devotees are sitting watching the sunrise. It's just very, very sweet. And so I was thinking about that, how, oh, I'm not playing with the microphone. How so many pastimes we hear about that, like the deity interacting with the devotees, like stealing prasadam for his devotees, or like, and then yesterday reading about how Gadadhar Pandit, when he was too old to worship.
Yes.
And so he sat down so that he could garland him, and it's just so beautiful. And then like Maharaj was just sharing how Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada was advising Gurudev on how to respond to people when they were asking, why you're not worshipping Ma Kali. And showing the differences between different types of worship. And it's like that we're so fortunate that we have been given such an extraordinary way to relate with the Lord, and he's coming to us in such a personal way to reveal himself to us and allow us to try to get to know him through his deity form. And yeah, it's just very, very special. So Abhinavasundara Guru and I have been thinking about that a lot, and how and that Hey Deva Bhavandam Vande Srila Rupa Goswami is saying, even though I don't have a sesame seed of devotion to you, you can make the impossible possible. He can reveal himself in so many unexpected and miraculous ways. And yeah, it's just we're very fortunate and constantly amazed. That's my thoughts today. Jai Gurudev.
Jai. Yes. And yesterday evening's Arati, just happened to have it here. So now the deity is in Chintamani Dham. So, but you can see a snippet from the Arati yesterday evening. So feeling still like the festival is going on, because every day is a festival in Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math for those who participate. Hare Krishna. And we are all here really by the grace of Krishna Priya Devidasi and Paramananda Prabhu, who are seated in front of each other here. And so they both have something to contribute. And they're competing for humility. First of all, they're competing in the humility stakes. Krishna Priya Devidasi, if you clip it on, it's kind of good and close to you, yes.
Okay. Dhanavad all the devotee. Again in the spotlight. Cannot talk really sweet word. Just so many things, Maharaj. It's all every day. What's going on? Opportunities coming, serving devotee. Some drama, some not drama. But it's always very sweet, Maharaj. How to deal, how to serve, how the Lord wants to be. Somehow, it's learning every day. It's really great opportunity to receive and host everyone here. I feel like it's a big opportunity to correct yourself, you know, how to practice also. Like actually it's like every day, Maharaj. Even Seva is a sadhana. It's
Yes.
every day.
Definitely.
Yeah, and getting more like start to really realize. But yesterday is a bit about the program about Devotional Treasure Chest from Guru Maharaj. It's so too straightforward, heavy, until like now it's still dizzy. Cannot even like digest or realize what you get. I cannot sleep last night actually. It's so, I cannot speak in English. It's so deep that you need devotee around you to guide and mercy for them, like, oh, you know, to help you to understand what it mean, or how is Mahaguru Maharaj speaking, how he present what he's preaching. I mostly, because it's my English, it's not my mother language somehow. Some vocabulary is very deep for me. It's only thing I can understand. I just look at the face of the devotee. They're like, I thought, wow, it must be so good. That's how I can, and that's how I can understand how it's very, very nice on that teaching somehow. And I mostly only remember some very simple English, like from yesterday. It's about like Guru Maharaj saying like it's very, very strong for me. It's like even like somebody close to you bring you to the opposite direction of Krishna. Even your father, your mother, your friends, your guru, and almost everyone very like close associate with you means they are your enemy. That is, oh my God, I was shocked this one. Yeah, it actually was so true. Really, they lead you opposite, like what the good things, you know. It's the most really shocking to hear this, but the most very happy from understand is more clear now. Something like that, Maharaj. That's how I really like slowly, because still dizzy. What is the hearing yesterday?
You see, I earlier told you that Paramanandru and myself, we were seated just outside the door, hearing little bits of the not only the reading, but the interaction with the devotees yesterday. So here's an eyewitness, you know, that she was inside. We were hearing like amazing things happening outside, but she was inside hearing all this.
Heavy things.
Heavy things, yes.
The guru not supposed to be light. The definition of the guru is the full of gravity, heaviness.
Mana, Prabhu, please clip this here. Clip it on.
The guru means
Clip it on.
the one who possesses unshakable truth. So he, after all, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, full representation. Not just that, but also the most merciful representation. Ashraya Vigraha, Krishna who gives shelter unconditionally. That's the guru position. So yes, Krishna Priya experienced that on herself yesterday, hearing the unshakable truth without any icing on top or cherries on top. And we have to hear that, otherwise, Srila Govinda Maharaj said, till we cherish even the slightest particle of a desire to enjoy in this material world, we will not succeed in our path. So we have to be nirmalam. That verses we were hearing from, I think Guru Maharaj recently. What is that? Yes, the verse. Anyhow, we'll remember in a moment. Anyhow, so we have to be clean. And in that clean state, yes, we can be the ones who are engaged in Krishna Anushilanam, Bhakti Uttamam, and that will be the end result of that bhakti, but pure bhakti without any muddled substance in it, nothing mixed in. So Guru is like that. And it's good to hear. Otherwise, we will be cherishing those desires. We'll be thinking, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to serve Krishna, but I would like it to be this way and that way. But really, when we talk about surrender, and which is, it's the base of Krishna consciousness, Ranagati surrender, we have no choice. He's got all the choices. We have little choice. Yes or no, pretty much. But then, again, what kind of choice is that? And yesterday, as we were hearing Guru Maharaj, we were remembering some of the pastimes of the Lord and his devotee from the Shastra, where Krishna sometimes is in such anxiety and feeling so much separation from his long-lost servant, who is not even looking in his direction for eternity, not even looking in his direction. But Krishna is always watching. Then he breaks that law. He established himself, the law of free choice. And then he just giving one a shelter by force, arranges everything so that there is no choice for that soul. And this is our hope, really. Otherwise, it's so difficult. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he says, Daivihesha gunamaya mamamaya duratya, impossible to overcome. We're talking about Maya, external energy. External energy is very attractive. I mean, it's Krishna's external energy. Just do the reality check. How it can be unattractive. Supremely attractive. And her best, I mean, her job, and she does it best, her service, and she does it best, is to keep everyone illusion. So can you overcome that on your own? No, Krishna says impossible, because it's Daivi Hesha Gunamayi. It's my energy, and it's Daivi Hesha. So how can you do? But then he says, if you come to me, I will give you the shelter, and in that shelter, there will be no influence of any illusion. But for that, you just need to surrender. Simple thing. Just give yourself up, surrender, be available to the infinite manifestations of the Lord will. And after all, that is what the true humility is. And lots of things to learn. And Krishna Pri is saying, oh my God, reminded me about one pastime of one servitor of Srila Govinda Maharaj. As Srila Govinda Maharaj was entering the car, she closed the door too early. And then she hit Govinda Maharaj's forehead with the corner of the car door. And it was quite painful. And then even a little bit blood came out. And Govinda Maharaj, he put his hand, and then he looked, and there was a blood. And then that servitor, immediately she said, oh my God. And then even in that moment, Govinda Maharaj did not lose his humorous nature. And he is in pain. And really, it's I mean, it's a servitor big mistake. But his comment was, your God will not help you now. And even though it was a humorous remark, we can also understand that he is making a point. If Krishna is somehow slighted or offended by us, and we do it all the time, he got used to it, okay, you know what to do. This is our daily job, to offend the Lord. Our whole existence is actually offending quite often. If you're not a devotee or aspiring for that, but even if you're, as you're aspiring, you're committing so many apparat, as we've been reading today. 10 is the ones that are, you know, more obvious. Don't think they're only 10, they're infinite amount of apparat and short-sightedness on our side, but we're trying our best. So he's saying that if Guru, a devotee, is offended, then Krishna cannot help you, and that's why God will not help you now. And it was a humorous remark. It's not that Govinda Maharaj meant to punish the servant, but he's saying that. But you have to give it to him. I mean, in a very dire situation just happened. I'd be mad, completely mad on that person, like chastising and be angry. But Govinda Maharaj is making this deep, but at the same time very humorous. And yes, he's pointing there. Yes. So that reminded me about what Krishna Pri is saying. And what else did you say? Oh, the deity. Yeah, Krishna is very sweet. Comes in many different forms, the deity form, the Vaishnava form, the Guru form, the Sadhu form, the Shastra form, the name, the Lila, so many different sweet forms. Like you were saying, sitting down so that his devotee could put the garland, coming down from the altar so his devotee stopped crying because Krishna is not eating, obviously, what is offered. Thinking, oh, my father comes and I'm in trouble because he told me to feed Krishna, he's not eating. Then Krishna comes down from the altar, sits down, eats everything, and gives him an empty plate. Here, happy? Yes, very happy. Brings it to his mother. And so many stories like that. Unusual stories with Lord Jagannath, pastimes with his devotee, playing in the gardens at night, stealing stuff. Krishna likes to do that. And actually, there's a verse that Srila Govinda Maharaj really loves, and he quotes it a lot. Dadi Madana Ninadais Jaktva Nidra Prabhate. That verse. And the translation is, it's very sweet. It just describes how Krishna wakes up and it's still dark. But the gopis just preparing to go and churn the butter and do the gopi thing. But Krishna, while everybody is still asleep, crawls out of his room, and then he goes to the storage where the butter is stored, the yogurt is stored, the makhan is stored. And then as he crawls, he blows all the candles out, so it'll be more dark, so that he can steal without any obstacle. And that's the verse Mahaprabhu quotes, praising the Lord. I mean, it's inconceivable.
We
have here Sham. Oh, we have Aparajita right here. Thai Aparajita Devi Rasi. Very well educated, Thai, young and enthusiastic devotee.
And Dandawat everyone. Yesterday from the book Devotional Treasure Chest and from the experience here also there is one point very strong for me, like the end of the chapter, like Govinda Maharaj said that something like if we want we can get this, and it's something for me inconceivable for me that we can want this, because I always feel I'm in the position and I cannot deserve all of this, like anything here, and always like, yeah, it's mercy, and for me, yeah, learning about that we can want this, like for me it's like wanting like beauty, sweetness, or wanting service for the guru I want, but something beyond that is inconceivable. And yeah, this also like open my mind. Yeah, yes.
Yes,
Sweet until you cannot explain.
Yeah.
yes, it's beautiful. And this is the expression of Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj. That Devotional Treasure Chest is from there. Yes, Aparajita, many thanks for sharing. And we have here also Shyama Priya Devi Rasi. And she's ready to say something. We know, and Abhinavasan was very ready to say something. And he's going to come forward in a minute from his humble, distant location. Is our prayer. Shyama Priya.
Dandavad, dear devotees, I would like to share maybe similar topic that Brahmananda and Kalakadam Banana already shared. There one more example of the mercy of the Lord, because when we make one step toward Him, He makes 100 steps. And during recent morning readings, we had that Leela of Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavan, and he was thinking, how can I see the Lord Gopala, who stays in his temple on the top of the Govardhana hill? How can I do that? Because I can't go by the Govardhana hill. And he was thinking about that, and then Gopalaji made his Leela coming down to see Mahaprabhu. But it's not only the Lord, like seeing his another form. It's not only about the Lord. Then after this, in Chaitanya Charitamrita was explained that Gopalaji did the same Leelas with the other devotees. Sanatana Goswami and other
And Rupa.
and Rupa Goswami also met this deity almost same way. There was a Leela, and servitors brought Gopal to the nearest locations, and then devotees met the Lord. Only by their huge will to see the Lord, He comes to us, and even impossible become possible. And it's very amazing. So yeah, your stories, yeah, like all of that connected, and like additional and more additional reminder for us how it's possible. And also several days we've been thinking about the offenses to the holy name and offenses to the holy dham. Basically, it's not the rules of what we shouldn't do. It's the rules which we should do, and we just doing the opposite of that's been explained in offenses. We're just doing the opposite, and like the final line of that bhajan about the holy name, the offenses to the holy name, casting off the 10 offenses, leaving no exception, those pure souls who chant the name in holy congregation, the miracle of love for Krishna they will surely savor. The name divine himself will shine within their hearts forever. It is the 11th line in the Harinama Mahamantra, Sarva Mantra, Sara Bhajan, about the 10 offenses. And we can understand that our rules not so formal. It is more substantial when we think, for example, for 9th offense of preaching for those who not preaching to the faceless. It doesn't mean that we just don't speak to that people. We have to give some faith for them. We have to inspire them. So it's not so like a strict rule. You have to do that. It's not about the form. It's about the substance in it. So trying to be open to other people, to be kind and merciful on your own example, show them how it's wonderful to do this practice. And by your example, you could inspire them, and then you can give something more, give the holy name. So it's not, don't speak to anybody who, yeah, it is not that way. It's not the form, it's substantial. So yeah, it's my short contribution. And yeah,
Yes, Jai.
Dandava.
Hari Hari. And behind the most merciful Veera Chandra Prabhu is Abhinava Sundar Prabhu, the most humble Abhinava Sundar Prabhu.
Good statement, Maharaj. Dandavad, everyone. Good to see you all there. Well, one thing I was just thinking when Aparajita was saying, you know, she's not deserving for this sort of mercy, then I remember, I can't remember the exact, I don't remember which book it is, Maharaj will probably remember, but Guru Maharaj is saying deserve and get. You know, this idea that you will, what you're receiving is what you are deserving. You will get what you deserve. You know, it's we're doing all of these practices to try and draw grace, and it's never going to be incorrect. What we're receiving is not going to be incorrect for for where our consciousness is at, and that we will automatically get the perfect thing. And it's not that by, like we've seen so many cases where people have learned all this, you know, can quote the whole Bhagavatam or whatever, but if the substance, if our consciousness is not actually surrendered, and we don't have that proper mood of surrender, then we're not going to get the substance of what the scriptures are trying to indicate. The scriptures are just trying to indicate something, but we will, as we surrender more, then more can be revealed to us. Not that we'll, you know, it's not an ascending process, it's a descending process. And by our practice of Sharanagati, then that is showing that we are deserving of receiving some grace. So it's, you know, because Guru Maharaj says it's our birthright. This highest thing that Mahaprabhu is coming to give, it's actually our birthright. And elsewhere, Guru Maharaj says, we're already there. We're all there. And the only thing is just this misconception, which we are the ones who are perpetuating the misconception of reality. The reality doesn't change. It's not where, you know, it's not dependent upon us. It's independent, loving, ecstatic reality, and we are the ones that are blocking ourselves from realizing that. And then through Sharanagati, then we can sort of realize what we deserve. So it's not really a question of deserving. Everyone is deserving because it's our birthright, but it's just a matter of us adjusting our approach to the Lord by the grace of Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas.
And showing ourselves willing.
Yeah.
If somebody is coming, if you've got a lot of money in your pocket and you want to go and help somebody, but nobody really shows any interest, or you think, oh, if you give it to that person, they're going to squander it. Why will I just throw money away like that? you'll give to somebody who you can see is going to use it nicely, use it properly, somebody who, deserves to have it, and it's not necessarily they're going to use it for themselves because they're going to do something good with it. So the devotees, it may look selfish to some, and we've been accused sometimes, oh, you're doing things just for yourself. But it is not that case. It is a case of what we receive, we are to distribute. And this is what Mahaprabhu did. This is basically what our gurus are telling us to do also. Okay, having a quick look in the chat box here, in Seva Rupa, she's put quite a long insert from this morning's Govinda Farm reading from Revealed Truth. Okay, Seva Rupa Devirasi. Yes, your microphone is open. Perfect. Would you like to read what you've given? Oh, this is from earlier on. Okay, no problem. But you can read it. This is the part about Kali. Okay, no problem. I think this kind of covered already. It's Srila Gurudev, the reading we were referring to earlier on in the Zoom. But this deserve and get, it may even be in this divine treasure chest, that expression. Anyway, dear ones, our program is, our morning program is coming a little bit to an end. On Seva Rupa, also very quickly, she put in there the Kirtan.site, Harinama Mahamantra Sava Mantra Sa. And as you know, some of you know, you can actually sing to the same tune, the translation of that 11th verse that Shamaprabhu was mentioning. The verse says, casting off these 10 offenses, leaving no exception, those pure souls who chant the name in holy congregation. The miracle of love for Krishna they will surely savor. The name divine himself will shine within their hearts forever. And some of you know how to sing it. Bhima Krishna knows how to sing it. He was here. We sang it in the English. It does fit. Try and see. And so, but the amazing part is not that we can sing it. The amazing part is the message. If we really do cast off these 10 offenses, and there's just such a beautiful life is there. And everywhere we're being given some indication of that beautiful life by Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, by the Vedas, the scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Upanishad, everywhere we are getting this indication. Anyway, in remembrance of Munindra Mohan Prabhu, dear ones, his expression, dear ones, our hour has come to an end, and we have a team of servitors who all have service. They've got service all lined up for everybody, and lots of things to share, but we're happy to share the devotees with you, and you with the devotees, and we feel you as part of the programs, continuing here, not only during the festival, but continuing here. Our little back to basics team, and those who see online, I know, silently seeing, and some of you send me a little message now and again, and my appreciation to you, knowing that you're there, helps give us also energy, because we want to do good. We want to do good by what? Sharing Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. I mean, really, this is our hope and what we try to do, and we hope that you may feel something of their nature and honesty, taking us to the land of sweetness and beauty, all good things. Okay, dear ones, Jai Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktisandha Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock of Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai, Shri Rupanuga Guru Vaga ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai, Vishvaranya Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, all the assembled devotees ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, and Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
Jai Srila Madhusudan Maharaj ki.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. There's the guilty party, Leelamoy Prabhu. our how many 2-week-old brahmachari section ki jai. One brahmachari 2-week-old, and some more brahmacharis are older. But our new brahmachari. All right, Dana, we didn't give you an official welcome, but you know we're always happy to see you with us. Jai Gurudev, and thank you for your message this week. I'm not sure if I replied to you, but I appreciated your sentiment, everything. And you know, we are here to support. We're here as we can to do relief work in every department. Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Amra Ashti, have a special day, evening, as it may be. Rest well, those who are entering the night, and serve well, those who are entering the day. Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Dandava, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.